Hello everybody, it's Deputy Tommy Allen with the Teller County Sheriff's Office. Yesterday I got the opportunity to go out and visit Dan Williams and talk to him about the tornado as it happened and then what happened following it. Now, I think the real takeaway here isn't that the tornado was of course dangerous and it was probably extremely scary to be there, but I actually feel the real takeaway is that the people of Teller County really came together to help him and his neighbors out following the event. Dan said that after the event happened, friends, neighbors, and even people that said that he had helped them in the past or they wanted to pay it back to him came out. So that really shows the resiliency and the community of Teller County. So let's go and talk to Dan. Hello everybody, this is Tommy Allen out here with Commissioner Dan Williams at his place, following a little bit of an event you've had in your, geez, what am I saying? Quite an event you had in your life.
Tommy's not cutting wood here because it was a little event. No, I just want to say thank you to Tom for being out here. He was actually helping me, but he thought we'd take a break and just talk about it. So it was about 2:45 last Friday, and I got home from work, commissioner stuff, and the sky was pretty ominous. It's monsoon season, so you kind of expect that, but it got really, really dark, like black and green, and I remember almost as a premonition thinking that looks like a tornado cloud. I actually thought that it didn't look like a tornado, just like it could produce it. Immediately put the dogs inside, made sure the windows were closed, got inside the house, and sure enough, 15 minutes later, the first tornado touched down, and we can show you some of that devastation over here.
Now, I understand that tornado, at its essentially its smallest and most powerful, it was about, 50 feet wide, and then at its largest, it was like 400 feet wide?
Yeah, so the swath, and we know for sure, the National Weather folks were here, NOAA was here, the feds have been here. It's 400 yards wide and a mile long, and we were ground zero, apparently, when it first touched down. I actually saw it touch down 2 of the 3 times that it hit, and then it touched down a few more times in sort of an S pattern, and then went over the hill towards the Bureau of Land Management and done quite a bit of destruction over there. All told, I've toured all our adjacent properties now. There are 14 property owners up here, 14 different landowners, and all of them have been impacted, but I think probably be the worst is what it looks like.
Hello everybody, it's Tommy. I'm here with Paul Teese. He's out here pretty much being the site foreman.
That's my job.
So how do you think things are going? How have the volunteers been doing out here?
Volunteers are great. I can't believe how many people just show up to help. We put out no call for volunteers. People just come, and it's really heartwarming.
Now, has everybody been pretty well organized in getting everything done?
Yeah, everybody pitches in. I try and add a little bit of direction to keep our crews, fully manned and keep them working in an area we need to work on first. So right now my biggest job is parking cars and directing people in the right direction.
Fantastic. All right, well, Paul, thank you so much. And I, of course, thank you for being here. And so, and I'm going to get back to work myself.
Okay, good.
Hey, Tommy, so just really quick, just want to give you a quick orientation to my left rear. You're basically looking to the northeast. And when I first saw the tornado, it actually had already hit one time. That's when it destroyed the front gate and the BLM over there that you can see. When I saw the first touchdown, if you'll notice over here, there's a large green field. And in that green field, there are 2 crop circle looking things. The very first brown spot is where it hit the first time, then it hit the second time. What appears to be bushes, from 400 yards away are actually 80-foot trees. And those trees were almost 500 feet up into the air. I mean, incredible destruction. It then touched down a second time, and then it rushed for the house, hit the house, and then continued to go around the corner until we get to the ponds that you've seen, Tommy. You probably get some of that footage. So pretty destructive force. Most of the damage was on the backside, broken windows and that kind of thing. But we're doing okay. We're recovering. We're out here with all kinds of friends and neighbors, and not even professional help yet, but very professionally done by volunteers, and I'm very appreciative. So here, Tommy, when after it touched down, hit the house, according to the Weather Service, it could have split here, we're not sure, but if you look down there, there's over 100 trees down by the cabin. Cabin's got extensive damage on the left side. That roof's been looked at by adjusters already. But what you see there are trees, goes in probably about an 1/8 of a mile all the way down to the trout ponds. So lots of devastation. The only reason you can see that cabin, by the way, is because all these trees went down. Normally you couldn't see that. And so what you get a sense of is around the entire house there are trees down, which is why we know it hit the house. which is being looked at by structural engineers later this week. And that, then from here it went as far down as some of those trees you snap. But if you look over here by the solar panels, by the way, these solar panel mounts were supposed to be rated for 120 miles an hour, and they were. We've had them checked out, they're producing, and there's no damage, so it's another miracle. But just past that, you can see what was an aspen field. That begins to start Bureau of Land Management, and by the way, the Bureau of Land Management Director will be here today, the Canyon Field Office and the field manager, because there's extensive damage on federal land, and it doesn't do us any good to fire mitigate if they're not going to do it. We'll have a fire. So over that hill, which by the way, that little mountain you can see there, you normally couldn't see before the tornado. On the other side, it's just a solid swath of downed trees. The damage is 400 yards wide and almost a mile long, so there's probably another half mile that way. So where we're at here now, we're on the first level. It's a 3-level house, or the basement, walkout basement. This patio door, like a lot of us up here, are dual paneled. There's 2 panes to them with an argon gas in the middle. When NOAA was here, the feds were here to do all the analysis, you know, so we could learn from each tornado that happens. Hopefully my last tornado, but they wouldn't learn. When they saw this, they said, this is classic. This is the overpressure that hits your house. So again, when you wonder, did it actually hit the house, you can see it. The inner pane has survived. The outer pane, of course, is blasted out. We also have a similar thing that's happened upstairs on the 3rd level you can't see from here. Last thing I'll show you here before we get back to work again, you can see the 2 spots we talked about. Then it came over here and hit this corner and hit here. So almost just bounced around the entire valley. This valley here is a 1/4 mile long, so beyond this it went probably another half mile. And again, you can hear the chainsaws in the background. That's a professional company that decided they wanted to come up today and asked for no charge because they just wanted to be part of it. So again, more eye-watering, you know, stuff. So really appreciate it.
All right.
So John Gomes, former undersheriff, real good personal friend, taught him how to fish and hunt. That's why he's here. Jason Weissel, my best friend here as a sheriff. But just want to say thanks. You know, Jason was here on day 1 along with John. John's been here every day cutting wood. He's an animal. Tell him to get here at 9, he gets here at 7 o'clock and gets a chainsaw and it disappears over the hill. So you've got a lot of folks up here today. We've got a lot more coming, but Congresswoman Pedersen's staff is here. I mean, everybody's showing up. A lot of capability as well. You know, we've got the Bobcat, we've got chippers, we've got sharp chainsaws today. But I don't know, John, do you want to say anything? This guy's great. He really is, all joking aside. Both of them.
No, it's something people do to help neighbors.
Yeah,
you know, it's Teller County.
community.
That's what it's about here. And every day I'm surprised by how many friends you actually have.
John thought
we were all surprised about that, but I think, you know, it's Teller strong, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
that's
it
what's
is.
happening. So
No, and we're actually all 3 of us are used to doing this on the other side. You know, so when you wake up and find this, it's pretty humbling to have people come help you. Even if you don't ask, they just show up. So, and by the way, the guy filming this, Tommy, is helping. He's got orange pants on right now. Looks pretty good in orange pants.